Hey everybody, I'm Jamie Glazer, and you may know me from playing with John Anderson or multi-Grammy Award winner Jean-Luc Ponty, in the jazz world, in rock and roll Bryan Adams, and of course on Disney movies and other things like that. Webinars are the best ways to promote a product, yourself, or your philosophy, or anything. And the reason for that is you're now accessible to people. People like to see you. People like to message you if it's a live video. People like to ask you questions while you're in a webinar. There truly is no other platform like a webinar. The number one problem is the cost. You know, at the lowest level that you can take, where maybe you can have 50 people attend your webinar at one time, and then you get charged to replay that webinar, you can be paying $90 a month. Now, if you want more people, you want 100 or you want 500 or 1,000 people to see your webinar, they can charge you $300, even $500 a month. So if you did one webinar without any replays, and it cost you $500 a month, you'll be paying $6,000 a year to reach your customers, to reach people who care about you. It's the craziest thing ever. So most people can't afford that, so they stay away from doing webinars. HQWebinar has taken care of all of this. First of all, there is no monthly fee, and that is for unlimited attendees, unlimited amounts of replays. It's unheard of. You know, in the music business, there was one group in the last 100 years that every single person on the planet has heard of, and most people love them, and they're the Beatles. The Beatles were superstars, are still superstars. People still love them. The Beatles did what nobody else had ever done. Nobody. And in the way that the Beatles were like nobody else in the music business, HQWebinar is like nothing else out there. Nothing. And so when I first got it, I was very excited, and I got on my Facebook page and I announced that I was going to do a test webinar. Within 3 minutes, I had 8 people sign up and register. I got on HQWebinar for the first time without any practice, just reading the tutorial for about 5 minutes. Then I asked the people in the room how it was, and the people told me that the audio was amazing and the video was clear as a bell. This made me very happy. So after I finished the first webinar, I had some questions. Of course, I hadn't really read the instructions, but I started to write to support. And within 5 minutes, someone wrote me back. A man named Kartik. He wrote me back. And then I wrote him again, and I wrote him again, and I wrote him again. And I thought, this guy is not going to talk to me anymore. And every time he wrote me back with information, he was friendly, he was courteous, he was positive, and he was interested in what I had to say and what I had to ask. And finally, he said, look, Jamie, I'm going to have one of my team members, one of my developers, get in touch with you on Skype so he can do a little demo for you and answer your questions. And having been around software for a while, I thought, this guy is just trying to get rid of me. Nobody is going to get on Skype and talk to me. But you know what? I was wrong. About 12 hours later, I went to Skype, just figuring, well, this is never going to happen. And there was a message from a guy named Matty. Please get in touch so I can give you a demonstration of the software and answer any of your questions. I was shocked and so happy. And so I wrote him back, and he told me to call him in a little while, maybe 10 minutes. So I called him, and here he was in his car. He was driving in his car, and he responded. He says, hello, Jamie. I would be glad to help you. Please call me back in 15 minutes. This guy answered me in the car to help me. Nobody does that. Anyway, he spent about an hour with me on Skype, one of the nicest guys you ever met, and he showed me everything about the program, and he was proud of the program, and he told me about plans for the future and things that they've done since the launch to fix it. Anyway, folks, if you are smart, and I know you are, then I would jump on this. I would jump on getting HQ Webinar now before the price goes up. The HQ Webinar is worth 100 times what they're charging. It's fantastic, and I strongly suggest you get it now. Peace.